What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink coming straight out of them South Memphis slums, and you are tuning in to the most award-winning independent talk show in the whole South, talking about none other than Brink TV. Now, hey, you can't do nothing but adjust your TV set because we got a brand new face kicking it with us tonight on the show. Now, I got to tell you a little something about this guy, because he definitely applying pressure. He keeping his foot on y'all necks, and just like snot up they nose, he won't let them breathe. We talking about my guy, 1Professor. How you doing, homie?
How you doing, Brink, man?
I'm doing amazing. Man. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for stopping by, man. Like I said, we've been locked in for a minute, with the music aspect, the promotion of your songs, but now we actually sitting down, chopping it up, like having a real one-on-one, dissecting the music, dissecting your career, man, dissecting the fact that we Memphians. You understand me?
Yeah.
Hey, we in the city, man. So let's talk. Growing up in Memphis, man, of course, you're from Memphis, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Growing up in Memphis, man, what was it like for you?
Growing up, childhood in Memphis, it was fun.
Okay.
I've had my struggles and battles, but for the most part, I can't complain, I grew up in a loving home, had fun, went outside and played all day, every day. Like, we outside, we used to hoop, had a whole hood, from blocks, everybody out there, everybody drinking a beer, the older folks smoking, we out there hooping, putting on the show, It was just fun, normal childhood, just life, like. Not a lot of traumatized and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, how usually a lot of people go through a lot of
I know what you mean.
I was blessed to, things happen.
Yeah.
But my life, when I go home and lay down, I had a loving home. So I had fun. I played.
That's what's up, man. And of course, shout out to, we got to talk about where you from, though. That's the part I miss. I ain't get a chance to ask you. Where you from?
Valentine, Evergreen area.
Okay.
I like to say on the border of Midtown and Old Memphis because I'm literally on the border. Like on this side, you're going to see signs saying save the Greensworth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And then on this side, that's where we having the cookouts, So it's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
For real. Like, I like, just right there. Nice and sweet spot.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, you did mention hooping, man. I understand you actually used to hoop for Central, man. What was that like?
The experience of hooping in Central, basketball conditioning was tough.
Okay.
Like, I believe that's huge in my life. That experience is huge because I learned a lot about not giving up and being a man from the quotes. Our coach used to scream in our ear. He was not trying to hear that shit.
Yeah.
But it stuck. A lot of stuff stuck with me, and I applied it. And the discipline of showing up every day, having to do that stuff like we had to do. The weight room every day, hitting the track in the hot sun every day, then hitting the gym every day, and not giving up and having to make that team. Just that whole experience was just about, to me in my life, learning, not giving up, working hard, staying fit, working hard, not giving up, and how you can relate it to life.
Yeah.
So that was my experience from it.
And that's one thing I can appreciate about things like sports and martial arts and all these different disciplines is the fact that they add so much structure to your life. They add so much balance, and it kind of, like you said, it helps you to carry it along with you as you continue to grow and get older and mature. Those same values, those same morals, they still locked in with you.
And you're going to apply them to other things for sure.
Facts. Facts. All right, so another thing about you, man, you actually went to Lane College, man. So you mean to tell me you was out there in Jackistan, man? What was it like out there? Because, boy, it's like a baby Memphis out there, man.
Baby Land, man, that's what they call it. Well, I try not to call it that. If you from Jackson, you can say that, but they don't like when, but hey, that's, when I came to Jackson, that's what I learned. I got a lot of, what you call it,
Jackistan.
Jackistanians. We cool,
because a lot of people call Memphis Memphisganistan, and they call Jackson Jackistan. So, like I say, sister cities, man, we both, man, treacherous.
I ain't gonna lie, I mess with Jack. That's like another home.
Yeah,
that's like a second home. Like when I went to Lane, and I was DJing, and I built relationships in the city, not just Lane College. So. I went to Lane. I didn't know nothing about Lane.
Yeah.
I went to Lane. I ain't gonna lie, I got some good memories in Lane. I had a good time in Lane, man.
Yeah.
So Yeah, you know, that's where I got my start as Professor. You know? Now maybe not the artist. Well, yeah, the artist too. But that's why I got started as Professor.
So you did mention off the air, man. We were talking about you actually got started DJing while you was in college, right?
Yeah, I got started DJing there. Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about that, man.
Man, I'm trying to see where to start, man.
Yeah.
That was a movie.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a movie. I started remember I told you I walk around campus with the Bluetooth speaker and I had an app. So I'm walking around with the speaker in the app and somebody I can't remember, they was just like, man, you think about DJing for real, man? And I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I mean, I think I can get into that. You know what I'm saying? So I use my I don't know if I use my refund check or what to get speakers, turntables, computer, program, everything I needed. And I used to be in the dorm practicing, just messing with it, learning. I just wanted to learn the tables. I ended up going to a house party. The basketball team was throwing a house party.
Yeah.
And I walk in there, they got their speakers sitting on the by the door. You just some regular stereo speakers playing off their phone. I'm like, shit. I'm like, man, hey, I'm trying to see who for. I'm like, hey, man, I got some equipment. Y'all care if I come DJ out for free, turn y'all up? They were like, yeah, we don't care. No.
Yeah.
I go get my laptop and, man, turned them folks up all night. They had a real good time. And from there, that gave me the boost in my battery in my back. Like, hey, man, yeah, I'm finna keep doing this, you know? So from there, that's how I started DJing. And then I started, taking it from there. I'm DJing in clubs. I'm you know what I'm saying? I started, like I told you, in John Stack of Star, we started, you know what I'm saying, doing that, throwing big parties, you know what I'm saying? And then I got into this artistry.
Yeah.
And turned to 1Professor.
Yeah.
And, and here we are today.
Before we get into the artistry side of things, man, you mentioned world famous John. Now, of course, shout out to him, man.
Yeah, shout out John for sure.
He was a guest on the show, I want to say that was last year. And he basically broke down in detail his journey at Lane and basically talked about playing football and becoming the party promoter. So it's so cool for this kind of thing to come full circle and know that you were the DJ. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, man.
Hey, small world, like for real. You never know, for real. And when I say it was a movie, Brink.
Yeah. I can only imagine.
It was a movie. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah,
it was a good time. For
man,
sure.
I gotta say, shout out to everybody out there at Lane College, everybody in Jackistan, or should I say Jackson, Tennessee, man. Look, that used to be a second home of mine too, way back in the day, man. See, they used to have,
You went to Lane?
Nah. See, back in the day, they used to have these citywide talent shows, and it was a cat. It was a promoter. I say that, and he kind of eventually ran off with the folks' money, so ain't nobody seen him no more. But
I wonder if I know who you talking about.
You probably do.
We can talk off the air.
Yeah, we can talk off camera. But I used to be one of the judges back in the day, and one thing that I learned about Jackson, Tennessee, in 2005. Yeah, that's how far it goes back. But one thing I learned about Jackson in 2005 is that city really has an immense amount of talent. So definitely shout out to Jackson, man. Everybody out there, like I say, it's always love, man.
Yeah. I mean, I got to come back. I ain't been back since 2017. I'm trying to come perform. I'm trying to see some people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some love. It's love in Jackson. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's always love in Jackson. I always felt like Jackson is a gold mine. So, hey, as soon as I get some time, I'm popping back up in the Jack 10. You understand me? This is what we doing. So now let's go ahead and get into the artistry, man, because you got a plethora of music out right now. You got so many projects out right now. Matter of fact, you got a brand new single that's out right now. It's called AP Strong. That's available on all platforms.
All platforms, everywhere.
But the thing I want to dive into real quick, you recently dropped a mixtape called Hear Me Out. It's on YouTube, man. I banged that junk, brother. You was in your bag on that one, man.
I appreciate it, Brink, for sure. Hear Me Out, man. It's really, I want to talk about the name and the whole project. Like, I want people to hear me out.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like, and like you said, like on the first track, I've touched on it. Like I feel like I'm overlooked,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
And for context, the song he's talking about is called "Least I Know." It's a very heavy song. And matter of fact, I wanted to ask you about a couple lines from that song. You said, "At least I know that I'm authentic. At least I know that I'll never flip it. At least I know that I'm gifted in the city, but it's like nobody get it. I was like, wow, I can relate. Speak on it, man.
Man, it's like, it's just crazy. I'm taking these pauses because it's very rare that people pay attention to those lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And wanna expound on stuff like that. I understand. I understand that everybody different. I understand that people go through different things. I understand, like, man, how do I explain it? Like, if I'm overlooked, if people hating on me, if people don't want to see me succeed, at least I know I ain't changed who I am.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I change, I ain't gonna grow. And if I don't grow, I'm not gonna succeed.
Yeah.
And everything they believe or want gonna come true. So at least I know I'm authentic. At least I know I stay real. At least I know I ain't let the pain turn me into something else. Because now I can touch other people.
Yeah.
And they can feel like I made that song and other people can relate. I can continue to be what I'm supposed to be in my purpose.
Yeah.
At least I know I'm still authentic. I might not have $1 million. I might not get a million stream, but at least I know this is me. Like,
right.
This is 100% me. You see what I'm saying?
Man, like I said,
and I can hold on to that, you know.
That song is very heavy, and, it's definitely something that I can identify with, especially being a Memphian. So I totally get it. But I can appreciate the fact that you said that even though people are, maybe hating or maybe sleeping or not, paying as much attention, it doesn't turn you into the monster that it does other people.
Because it's not, I got big support.
Yeah.
I got a big support system. It's people, a lot of people in the city that do mess with me and show love.
Yeah.
So I can't take this group or this few people and then start being like, man, fuck y'all.
Right.
Facts. I gotta stay me because the people that do love me, that's what they love me for. And I could, if I change me, I'm just gonna create a lot more haters. They really not gonna mess with me in the city, man.
Think about your supporters. They gonna be like, what's going on? This is not you. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna be like, this man tripping, man.
Exactly.
Was he cap? Was he
right?
Was he fake?
Right.
Is this who he is? People don't know you, and you gotta give them. If I turn into a monster, that might not be who I am.
Right.
They might not know what turned me into a monster. They just gonna know shit. He acting like a jerk.
Right. Basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, and of course, another song we got to talk about on there. We talk about a real banger. We talking about Up featuring my guy Young Nick. Hey,
man. My guy Young Nick. That's Young Nick. YUNGG Nick. Y'all search him up. That track was basically like we basically was in the studio. Obviously. Freestyling though, just going back and forth. It was nothing, no plan or topic we set out to do for real. Like I told you earlier, I had a track we originally was gonna have on the project, but we ended up replacing it with Up, and it's just a dope track. It's not too much. It's not too much that we set out to go with that track. We was just talking our shit on there. Just going back and forth, bouncing ideas off each other. Like, you go here, and I go back in. He go here, I go back in, just being creative and bouncing ideas off each other and just seeing how our sounds mesh and end up making a banger. And I wanted to throw that on the project because I think it fit well with Covered in Plastic with 315 Rex.
Yeah, Covered in Plastic. That was a whole nother banger too, man.
Yeah, Covered in Plastic. Like, I bump that genre almost every day. I love that track. Shout out to 315 Rex. That's with 3 X's at the end instead of 1, if y'all want to search him up. And Up is just one of them songs that make you feel up, make you get up. You know what I'm saying? If you in traffic, you on the way to work or whatever, you bump that up by me and Young Nick. It's just one of those songs that make you feel up, or we on the way up, or we talking, we up, And we were just going back and forth on there, just really displaying our artistry together and like I said, how we correlate.
Now, of course, I got to talk about the song that captured me like soon as I turned it on now. And it's rare that happens because usually you turn the song on and, of course, it's got the intro or whatever, or you be waiting on that first chorus or the first verse. But that spaceship, man, it got me soon as I turned it on.
Aston Martin spaceship. I can peep that hate. Yeah, man. I don't know what I be on. I just be saying stuff. Aston Martin spaceship. And and it just felt good. That was a last minute add on to the project. It's a lot of songs that didn't make the project because I be having so much unreleased music. You know, I ain't no telling how many now, but but that song right there, every time I show somebody, it just the head just popped up, the eyebrows just right. They just So I might not. It felt like it was one of my best songs. I was thinking it was cool. I like bumping it, probably because I listened to my stuff 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a song last minute that I said I need to put this on the project and let the people decide and say how they feel about it. For sure. Just me being creative on that joint.
And of course, you got the homie Dirty Sprite on the project on the song called All I Need.
Yes, sir. All I Need. I ended up adding it. It really fit the sound of the project, and I just wanted to, with me working with Nick, working with Rex, I just wanted to see what other songs I have with other artists that I've recently been collabing with, and I recently went to a networking event that Shaniqua threw.
Okay.
And just real genuine vibes. I don't usually like to get out because I be real introverted.
Yeah.
But I learned to. Yeah. We had to learn to get out our shell with our profession and what we do.
Yeah.
So I really learned to get out my shell, and I like to put myself in uncomfortable situations that was outside my comfort zones. And if it's outside my comfort zone, I'll be like, you need to go do it then. And then I go do it because I know it's outside my comfort zone. I know I can do it. Once I'm there, I can do it, and then I'm gonna be comfortable, So I went there. I met Dirty Sprite. I met New Wave June. I met a few producers. I met other artists. I've connected it and we followed each other. So I plan on working with them in the future also. But Dirty Sprite, I definitely I heard him. His sound fit that track. Sent him that track. He got his verse right back to me. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to put you on the project. I've been collabing a lot on this project because the only other collaboration I had was on the one bucking with Broadway to Dawn.
Right.
So I got more features. Throw Dirty Sprite on there too. He's a real dope artist for sure.
No doubt, man. And one thing that I noticed about you, not just from listening to this project, but the majority of your music, like you have a real eclectic sound. And not only that, like you pay so much attention to, colors and your visuals and scenery and stuff like that. Like one thing that I noticed about that is like most artists don't do that. The traditional artists, man, they gonna have probably one, maybe location. They in the hood or they at the corner store, that. But you actually have so many intricacies in your videos, man. Where does that come from?
Man, I just like I say, I just give all credit to God. He made each human on this earth. He created us. We didn't create ourselves. And everybody got strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And you can strengthen your weaknesses, but in our strengths, that's just we born with. I believe, like I was born with that gift, and God so I give all credit to Him with that creativity, that attention to detail. I know the angles. Okay, we ain't got this lens, we got that lens. We still can make this shot happen. I look at what other people did. I do my research on how I could do it, and I just like the music, I want it to be real mystical, melodic. I want the visual to be just as magical.
Yeah.
I might not have all the, but hey, the iPhone,
I promise, man. But I tell you this though, you and P. Allen Films, man, y'all are a hell of a tag team. Hell of a tag team.
Man, like LeBron and Wade.
Yeah.
He like to say Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I feel
Shaq and Kobe, Bron, Wade, Scotty, Michael Jordan, all that.
Yeah. One of the videos and one of the songs that you guys collabed on that was so incredible. You dropped it earlier. We're talking about My Baby, man. The video was incredible. The model was fine. Like I say, the scenery.
Everything was perfect.
You say y'all shot that at Botanic Gardens, right?
Yeah. But we shot that Is it a gardens next to Botanical Gardens?
It is. I can't remember what it's called.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I believe
it was Botanical. If not, it was the one next to it.
Right next door, yeah.
And shout out to the model, Anissa McHenry.
Okay.
Shout out to her because she showed up last minute.
Yeah.
She showed up, and that's rare.
Yeah.
In Memphis.
Facts.
It's plenty. I tried to get models. We'll try to pay models. We invite girls out because you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
And you can go home.
Facts.
It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great production. It's gonna be something that you can take on and use to brand yourself. And about her just showing up last minute,
yeah,
that's rare. So I definitely mess with her. just the song itself. You know, when I heard that sample, you know, when y'all go listen to My Baby, 1Professor, My Baby on all platforms, y'all gonna hear it as soon as it come on. You know, you're gonna hear that sample. And what just came to my mind was My Baby. Let me talk that shit about, you know, it's time to dive into that lane and just talk a little bit more something for the ladies. You know, I'm always, you know, talking about some struggle music or some gangster stuff or some, you know, or this and that or some bounce stuff, some turn stuff. I got, you know, I do everything.
Yeah.
I can go anywhere, and that was just one of them tracks I wanted to put out, you know, a little Valentine's Day track, you know.
It's available on all platforms. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with that. But, of course, we got to talk about a project that you dropped early in 2024. We're talking about The Journey, man. That joint got that bank on there called Peter Pan. Hey, we go see. We go come see what you said. We go come see what you said.
Yeah. Like, even in that line right there, you know, it make me think of, like my music being abstract music.
Yeah.
You know, no matter who you are, where you from, you're gonna get a perspective. It's gonna be a reflection of what's already within you and the experiences you had. So you can hear a line like that, and you could think, if you from the trenches, you gonna think that, hey, you know what I'm talking about. We gonna go see what he said, what he talking about. We gonna see him when we see him.
Yeah.
You know, or if you from you know, suburbs or something like that, you might get a whole nother perspective for it. That ain't particularly a good example to use for that analogy.
Yeah.
But most of my music, when I say certain stuff, it don't always mean the normal thing that you would usually think. It can be 10, 20 other perspectives with it.
Yeah.
You know, and that song right there, speaking on Peter Pan, I don't like to drift off. Just pretty much about, you know, me being different, you know, me standing out my light as a person, you know, and somebody like me could pop up at any time in your life out of nowhere. And if you decide to go, you know, you might experience something different than what you used to. You might experience, you know, you might see things you ain't never seen. You might see a perspective of life. It might change your life, just, you know, the picture of life. You know, and it's just a representation of what Peter Pan is, just how different I am. I am not within the realms of what goes on in normal society and where we from. I ain't on where everybody else on. So if you decide Peter Pan come knock on your window at midnight, no creepy shit. You know? But if Peter Pan, he extend his hand, he fly over there, he in the air flying, he say, you can come with me to a land, you know what I'm saying? And that don't always mean negative when I say you experience something different. Like, it very positive, like, just different than, you know, Memphis it's a lot of the it's just rare to find something different in Memphis, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Another
Peter Pan.
Another banger you had on there was that American Idol. Mine said the Chopper go sing like American Idol.
Oh, yeah, Chopper gonna sing like American Idol. Like, you know, that song about just the expression, and when I said it, Chopper gonna sing like it's American Idol. And like I say, like, everything don't mean what, like, it might sound like I'm talking about we finna go walk somebody down with the Drake. But, you know, that was just me so much more expressing myself in a more general of life. Like, sometimes we crash out, sometimes we lash out. And there's just, anybody can relate to that line. You know, I might be talking about, you know, that line might have came to my head from me going shooting in the woods somewhere or shoot at the gun range or something, you know. Yeah. Like, I like to shoot choppers, you know. You know, that might not always mean, you know, it can mean whatever. That's why I say so many perspectives to it. You know, that was a very expressive song. You know, I really like that joint for sure. You know, Chopper gonna sing like American Idol. Everybody can relate to that.
I promise, man. Hey, I'm finna let that chopper blow like Ruben Studdard and Fantasia. You understand me? Hey, you know what time it is with that. But of course, the video was even dope because it's like you kind of made it seem like a actual American Idol audition.
That was the goal. That was the goal, to make it look like an American Idol audition. And shout out to P. Adam Films again. Like I say, the man is just amazing and excellent with his creativity and how he can make anything into a movie, a real production, something really engaging, you know, the whole time when we really didn't have that much to work with, you know, and a lot of stuff we had planned to make it look more like an audition, but a lot of stuff didn't go as planned. And he still made it happen and made it look like an audition, made a real dope video, for sure.
Of course, we got you did mention the song Buckin'. That was actually from a project you dropped in 2022 called The One album. Now, one thing that was dope about that song, man, like I remember seeing a video of Ladia Yates and LYE Academy.
Yeah.
Like they was
Shout out to
bucking
Ladia.
to that junk. That was hard, man.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
I still be posting that junk to this day.
Yeah.
You know, I use that as a way of promo to show people like this is a juking song.
Yeah.
You know, all jukers, this is a song that y'all can juke to. It's like it's really made for bucking.
Yeah.
And I recently linked up with New Era. It's a girl named New Era. She's a dancer out here.
Okay.
And she know juking real well. I recently linked with her to learn juking. I got a video coming. Y'all follow me on Instagram, 1Professor. It's a video I ain't never danced for in my life.
Yeah.
So don't judge me, but she get me right.
Okay.
And we gonna promote Bucking some more featuring Broadway to Done. Y'all look up Broadway to Done, man. And this a real dope track. Shout out to Ladia, like I say. And that whole project the one. You know, it's another song called Real Ones on there. People like that one a lot. And it's just about, you know, me feeling like I'm the one.
Yeah.
Basically, you know, the one. And you listen to the project and get to know me and get to hear my music and see why I feel like I'm the one. You know,
I promise, man. Like I say, it's available right now. But of course, you know, with us being from Memphis, in Memphis, we got to talk about Memphis music right now as far as hip hop. You know, how do we feel? How do you feel we are right now? Like, what do you say our current stance is?
I feel like Memphis, you know, for some reason in Memphis, when we talk about the music scene, a lot of people like to compare it to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And Atlanta, the music scene blew up big. They known for working with each other more, not much hate or envy or trying to be the captain all the time, or you know they know waiting your time. They know all this, you know, from the outside looking in, you know.
Yeah.
I believe Memphis as a music scene. I believe we always been on the music scene. I believe we always not just on the music scene, was like a huge pillar of the music scene. I think the reason it's not talked about in that light of how I just expressed it as much is because of a lot of the beef and hate and things, a lot of stuff that's been going on in the city.
Yeah.
We so great, we still breaking out, but it's kind of suppressed because of that. But over the years with Duke Deuce and Glorilla and I can keep going, like it's so many artists. Like we on the scene like more than ever before now. I believe we have went forward. We didn't go backwards. So I ain't gonna, you see what I'm saying? So I believe we in a real good spot. We just gotta keep going. I believe, you know, the hate is slowly dripping out more and more. More artists are breaking out more and more. I'm talking about, and it's on a global scale. So Memphis is definitely blowing up more and more on the music scene, you know. Around the world, people are starting to recognize us as a music city. Like, you know, a lot of artists that people look to listen to from Memphis, you know.
And I can actually appreciate what you bring to the game in Memphis, because like your whole style is, it's kind of like, you know, the title of a project you did, Melodic Trap. Like that's what it is, you know. And you definitely bringing something like that. And I don't feel like it's enough of it here, you know, because that's a commercial sound. Like when I listen to your music, man, I can hear any of that stuff. In my opinion, I can hear that on MTV Jams or BET Jams or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's commercial music. It's easy listening. It ain't all aggressive, and like you said, it ain't all walk them down.
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah,
like a single I got called Pressure Out. You remember Pressure?
Yeah, I remember Pressure.
Yeah. A little more aggression in there, but like I be real. I got the vibe. Like I said, I can jump in any lane. Yeah, but I definitely see what you're saying. Like it is. I got a lot of stuff that you can put on the commercial level, and it's just a real easy going, relaxed sound, you know, and it's just that tone. I just got a voice, you know.
Facts. Yeah, you coming with the vibe music, man. Another song that you talking about, you go sprint that block with, man. Rock. We got to talk about it, man.
Man, you know, it's crazy. That's why I just said, because Rock, when I say I was sitting in the backyard, and I just you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Baby, I'm back there just bullshitting. I'm like even saying it like that. Like I'm just being funny, just exploring my sound. And I made the song. I was like, it's cool. You know, it's cool. You know. And I let my cousin them hear it. You know, I let my management team hear it. They like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still to this day don't see what people see in this song to where it reached Man, we done had so many TikToks done to that song.
Yeah.
It's over 150,000 streams. That's me off top of the head. I know right now.
Facts.
And that's to me, that's huge to me.
Yeah.
As an independent artist, where I come from and when I started music, I got a song with over 100,000 streams. Yeah. One song, forget the rest of the project. One song.
Yeah.
You know, and we promoted it. We promoted it a bunch of different ways. You know, we did this and we did that. That ain't like we just went crazy.
Right.
So imagine if, you know what I'm saying? So real excited about rock. We got a music video to that on the way. We about to work with P. Allen Films. You know P. Allen gonna get it right. And that song is just my top string song. I haven't yet today never heard anybody say they ain't like it. Like people love it. I don't know what they hearing though. That's what I'm saying. Like I think it's cool or whatever, but people like, woo, this not the one. Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It be like that though. Like bucking.
Yeah.
I was just saying stuff in the studio. Like not saying that I don't take it serious and the lyrics I say, it ain't gonna be no fabricated. It ain't gonna be none cap. You know, I'm gonna say what's on my mind, but I didn't think this song would be something people would take serious the most.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it be like that.
Absolutely. Go ahead, run all that social media, man. Let the people know how they can stay tapped in with you, fam.
Y'all tap in on Instagram, 1Professor. That's just the number one. You spell Professor the regular way, all one word. Same thing on Facebook, TikTok, 1Professor Music. My YouTube, 1Professor Music 412. And that's everywhere you can tap in and just find everything. I got 2 free mixtapes out on YouTube, AI and Filters, and then we got Hear Me Out, and then I got 4 albums. I got 3 albums out. I got Melodic Trap, you can find on all platforms. The One, you can find on all platforms, and The Journey, you can find on all platforms. And 1Professor.
Absolutely, man. Like I say, y'all tap in with my guy. He's definitely doing amazing things in the city of Memphis and beyond.
Yes,
and
sir.
We gonna have to spin that block in Jackson, man. We gonna have to go out there.
I need to go to Jackson, man. I need to perform. I need to chop it up.
We gotta go hang up some posters or something. We gotta do something. Let them know. Hey,
they be wanting to turn up. They want something. They want something to do.
Yeah.
They definitely be ready. They gonna turn up too.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid to get out. They gonna get out.
Hey, whenever you ready to hit the highway, man, we go smash. We go hit that slab and be in Jackistan. Hey, one more again.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you for coming on the show, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
No doubt. That being said, now back to Brink TV. Don't move.